The Malaysian government announces a gradual removal of RON95 fuel subsidies. As a result, petrol prices rise by 20%. Ride-hailing drivers, Grab, InDrive, and students who use motorcycles are directly affected. Demand for petrol remains high, but some consumers shift to public transport. How the changes in cost affect the demand and supply.
According to the law of supply, when production costs increase, suppliers are less willing to produce the same amount at the old price. This shifts the supply curve from S0 to S1. Petrol is considered a necessity good, so demand remains relatively high even though the price rises. However, some consumers switch to alternatives such as public transport. In short, the cost increase reduces supply, keeps demand relatively high, and leads to a higher equilibrium price with a lower equilibrium quantity.
Illustrate using a demand and supply curve to show the new market equilibrium.
This is graph of market equilibrium. As we can see in the graph, the demand curve slopes downward while the supply curve slopes upward. Originally, at point E0, the equilibrium price was lower at P0 and the quantity was higher at Q0. After subsidy removal, the supply curve shifts left to S1. The new equilibrium is E1, shows a higher price at P1 and a lower quantity at Q1. This clearly shows that subsidy removal raised the market price while reducing consumption.
Discuss the possible issues faced by consumers and producers.
This situation creates several issues. For consumers, the main problem is the higher cost of living, especially for the students, motorcyclists, and low-income households. Many are forced to reduce petrol use, carpool, or take public transport. There is also a spillover effect where higher petrol price increase logistic costs, which raise the price of other goods. For producers, ride-hailing drivers face lower income because operating costs go up. Logistic companies also spend more on fuel, so delivery fees increase. Even petrol stations face consumer dissatisfaction due to rising price.
Propose two innovative ideas, solutions to help restore balance towards market equilibrium. Solution 1. Government targeted subsidy.
Instead of a blanket subsidy, the government could implement targeted subsidy through full card for B40 groups, students, and delivery riders. This reduces the burden for vulnerable groups without overspending national funds.
Solution 2. Consumers and vendors. Alternative and green options.
Promote the use of public transport, carpooling apps, and electric vehicles (EV). Ride-hailing platform can introduce eco-ride service, allowing multiple passengers to share a ride at a lower cost. In the long run, this decreases dependency on petrol, stabilizing demand, and promoting environmental sustainability.
But which idea is more practical and suitable in the long run? Why?
In the short term, target subsidy solution 1 are useful because they provide immediate relief. However, they are not sustainable as the government still depends in the long run on alternatives. Public transport solution 2 are more sustainable. They reduce dependence on petrol, stabilize demand, and benefit the environment. Therefore, we believe that the second solution is more practical and sustainable